Here is my real and honest review on Destination Beauty as someone who has just gone overseas to Thailand to get 6 surgeries done and lipo, all up for the whole trip and experience around $55,000. I'm going to start off with, this is my own personal experience. Everyone can have different experiences. Me, personally, had one of the best experiences with Destination Beauty. I'll list the bad things first and then we'll get to the good things. So one of the bad things I will say, they were putting me to sleep. They put this gas mask on my face and the anesthesiast, whatever it is, I can never say that word right, said to me, you're gonna feel like a burning sensation in your hand because they're gonna put the thing in. And I was just thinking, okay, no worries, like this is fine. And then all I remember is like this hot burning in my hand and then falling asleep. So it was like for 1 second, but that 1 second was like really intense. And I don't know why that was. That was like confusing, but at the same time, I literally went to sleep straight after. So I don't remember anything after that, obviously. Not bad, but like weird. My catheter was coming out and they like wanted to put it back in. And I was like, no. Because it was kind of hurting. And so they like attempted to put it back in. And I was like, no, this has to come out. They took it out. They listened to me. Like, I appreciated that they took it out because sometimes in Australia, I actually feel like they don't listen to you. And I've had many times where they didn't listen to me and then something bad has gone wrong. I appreciated that they listened to me. It wasn't necessarily bad. It was just like, after that, I was like, yeah, don't put that back in. Because it wasn't out. It just wasn't in properly. So they were like just trying to put it back in. But I was like, this is not comfortable for me anymore. So it needs to come out. And the reason why they didn't want to is because I think it was like the next day after surgery. So they were like, no, you can't have this out. Like, this needs to stay. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to go to the toilet. I need to sit on the toilet. This was my second surgery. I was like, no, like, we're not doing this. I want to go sit on the toilet. And I just said, I will need help every single time I have to go to the toilet. And the best thing about that is they were willing to help every single time I had to go to the toilet. Like, when I wanted to go for a shower, when I wanted to go to the toilet, they were there to help me. I was in Ward 11, which I heard was the best ward to go to, and it's also the ward that is for Destination Beauty patients. I heard that the other wards are kind of like the overflows. I don't know how true that is. That is just what I've heard. It's just like kind of go through my whole journey. I arrived on the 14th of March, and I spent 2 nights in the hotel. The first night I got there quite late, so we kind of just went, and I think we just got dinner on Grab maybe. I can't remember. The next day I did my pre-op. In the morning I went there and I done an x-ray, a blood test, which I had already got the blood test done, but they made me redo it because I didn't get HIV tested, and then I found out that they just retested everything again. I was like, you know what, I'm not paying extra for this, so whatever, you retest it. You've already taken the blood from me, you may as well just bloody test it. I then had to get an x-ray done just to check your lungs and everything. Weirdest thing, they make you put these, they're like little tiny earrings, and you have to tape them over your nipples so they know where everything is. I don't know, I've never ever had an x-ray like that, but they do that there. So then they took us back to the hotel. Later on that day, I went back and did my drawing. So they draw all over you. And she was amazing, but oh my gosh, like, no, I didn't expect this, but she was just lifting everything and opening, and like, she's telling me, but she's so in depth, and she's like, honestly, I was shocked at first because I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. She was just like holding my nipples and like everything, and I was like, okay, but she's showing me everything. Like, so it was unexpected, but it just felt, I actually, like, I'm not a crier, and I don't remember the last time I cried. I didn't cry once in Thailand either, which is weird. I thought I would have cried. I almost cried in that pre-op because I was so happy that she could see the vision that I wanted. I said to her, I'm not here to look perfect. I'm here to get rid of the excess skin. And she goes, no, you're going to look really good, and you're going to get what you want, like, first time. And I was like, I just felt so understood and so listened to that I literally almost cried. Like, I think my eyes had water in them, and that was good enough for me because I was like, yeah, I'm not a crier. I went back to the hotel and I was messaging some of the girls and being like, oh, you know, you want to go meet downstairs? I want to go for a swim. We went downstairs and we got in the pool and it was freezing. So we got out, went for a massage at the hotel which was hella expensive. It was really good, but it was expensive for Thailand, I thought. Had to fast the next day from 8 o'clock. So this was the 16th. This was the day of my surgery. So I had to fast on that day. So I had my breakfast, got taken to the hospital, I don't even know what time. I think it was like around like 11 or something. I don't even know, to be honest. And then I was booked in for surgery. I think it was for 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Actually ended up getting pushed forward to 5, and then they pushed me forward to 4, but then I think it was delayed by half an hour, so I was like 4:30. But I was like, I don't care because that's early. I'm like done fasting, I'm done waiting, I'm done sitting here. But they took me in early and I had my surgery. I woke up from my first surgery. I woke up and they hadn't given me like the morphine or anything yet. I woke up and all I remember is me like saying pain, pain, lots of pain, I'm in pain. And they quickly injected me, I'm assuming with morphine, because that's what I was having like majority, like the whole time pretty much. And within like 2 seconds, I was sweet. Pretty much just chilled out for the next couple of days, waiting for my next surgery. I kind of wasn't too sure on when I was going to be having my next one, because I was told that it would all be done at once, but we didn't do that. We did it in 2 separate surgeries, just because how much there was. Like I had 6 things done. So in my first surgery, I got the semi-circumferential tummy tuck, which goes all the way around the back, the Mons lift. I ended up having to get muscle repair, which I didn't know that I needed, but it was free. And yeah, obviously I was like, yeah, if it's free, then sure, no worries. Which happens when you either have kids or lose a lot of weight. And I went back in on the Saturday. So my first surgery was on Monday, the 16th. Then I went back in on the Saturday, which was the 21st. Then I had my arm lift, side lift, upper back lift, and then breast lift and augmentation. I said that I wanted my boobs to be as big as you could get them without making them too big, because I was like, I don't want to have massive boobs. Like, I know that that's an issue. Then I found out that they actually had to remove breast tissue, which they told me. Like, I have posted obviously photos of my body online, so you can kind of see what I mean when I say that my boobs kind of joined to the sides of me and went into my armpit kind of thing. So they had to remove, I think it was 150 grams of breast tissue from my right and 140 from my left. And then they put in 325 cc's in each. And that was just to even them out. One was obviously bigger than the other, and I knew that going in before. Obviously the skin and everything they take off, and I got to see that, and I think I've posted photos, I don't know. And so after my second surgery, really hard, because before I was using my arms to do everything, and then I couldn't because I obviously had my arms on, so I can't I couldn't pull myself up. I couldn't pull myself out of bed anymore. So I couldn't do those things. So that was really hard to learn how to do those things. And then when the catheter come out, obviously me having to go to the toilet all the time, it was really hard, but it was just good because the nurses were so helpful and getting me out of bed every day and doing everything that I needed, and obviously having my support person there the whole time. I would recommend you take a support person with you. I feel like it's quite hard to do it alone. It's like you can do it, but why would you want to? If you've got a support person, I would 100% recommend that, because even though the nurses are doing literally everything for you, just to have someone to talk to, just to have someone to do something with while you're at the hotel, so that you don't go insane. And for me personally, because I was at the hospital for 12 nights, I feel like I would have started to lose it, because the nurses, they come in and they do everything that you need, but they can talk to you, but that's not their job. Their job is to look after you. But I will say, we started a little group chat, and that kind of became the family. So, it was kind of what are you guys up to? Does anyone want to do this? I'm having this problem. Does anyone know? Oh, I've got spares of these. Does anyone want them? I'm leaving. It was kind of just that. It became a family of some sort, and people would leave the group chat because they've left, or people would be added every single day. There was multiple people that you were finding, oh, you want to join the group chat? We're it goes off all the time, but it's good to have because you can talk to everyone that's there. And there were so many people that wasn't even in the group chat, and you would just meet them, and people that had been there 4 times. Up going back to the hotel, it was the 28th, I think it was. Kind of just went shopping a couple of times. We did a river cruise, and then after the river cruise, because I had a big day that day. We went to lunch. We then went to Jurassic World. We then went to the night markets, and then we went to the dinner cruise. So I was out of the hotel, I'm going to say for like over 10 hours, and I was wrecked. Like, I probably did way too much. So literally for like the next 5 days, I did nothing. Like, I literally got massages, went for lunch, went for dinner, sat by the pool. We literally just like walked the street, and that was it. That was as much as we did for probably like the last 4 days or so. There was one day, it was actually Easter Sunday. I don't celebrate that in Thailand. All I wanted was pancakes, and I literally just had like the biggest meltdown. Like, our friends were leaving on the day, and I was just like, I'm done. Like, I want to go home. I've had enough. I've got my medical clearance. I got my clearance on the Friday. I was like, I've been clear for 2 days. Why are we here? Let's go home. The flights were expensive because it's Easter Sunday. So that was really expensive. It was like, I think $500 and something each to go home on the Sunday. And then it was $1,000 and something to go home on the Monday. And we were leaving Tuesday. So I was like, I'm just going to have to suck it up because, like, I don't have another option. I went through like the stages of grief, like the denial, like whatever it is. I went through all the stages, and honestly, it was so hard, and I just wanted to be with my family at the time, but I sucked it up. I literally just had like the Sunday afternoon, the Monday, and then the Tuesday, basically we were doing nothing because we were leaving. We're getting on the 2:00 bus through Destination Beauty. They also do the transfers for you, so they take you everywhere that you need to go. So if you need to go to the hospital, they will take you anytime that you want. You just need to like let them know that you want to get on the next bus, kind of thing. Everything like that is free. All the bus transfers, the airport transfers, everything is free. Like, it's included within your package. I feel like this story is like making sense in my head, but it's not. Like, I feel like I'm just jumping, and that's just how my brain works, so you have to kind of deal with that. My experience all over, for me personally, was amazing. I had a really good time. All my nurses were great. They were so funny. It was I was actually really happy because they were laughing, and they were having a good time with themselves, and like when they were sitting out in like the little nurses station, they were enjoying themselves. They were having a good time. Like, it was so nice to see, because when you have been to an Australian hospital and they're understaffed, so they're like cranky, they're shitty, they've had a bad day, they've got people yelling at them. It was such a different experience than having this experience in Australia and then having this experience in Thailand. I would 100% recommend Thailand over Australia any day. From my personal experience, that is what I recommend. I was not paid by Destination Beauty. I did marketing with them, but I was not paid for that in any way, shape or form. I did get a drink from Starbucks, but that's literally the only thing that I got. People like, oh, she's getting paid. She's getting paid. Like, she's doing their ads. She's doing their marketing. I did not get paid for that. That was something that I did on my own free will, and there was a lot of it, and I was just kind of going along with it because I'm like, what else have I got to do? Let's just do it. Like, I post on social media. I don't care that my face is on their socials. Like, I had a good experience. If I had a bad experience, I would not have done any of their marketing. I had a good experience, so of course I'm gonna do it. Like, I'll go through with it. If I had a bad experience and I had already started filming, then I definitely would have said, like, you can't use my stuff. I don't want my face on something that I don't approve of. I definitely was happy with everything. Had a really good experience. No issues, no infections, no nothing. So to all the haters out there that said, you're going to get this, you're going to get that, you can't go there, you can't do this, sucked in, because yes, I did, and everything is good, and I'm healing, and I'm going really well. That is my experience. There is more videos to come, and so stay tuned for all of those. But I believe this is only going to be posted to YouTube.